The only problem is, Dom, the Giants lose 6-21, to the Commanders in Washington. It's just it wasn't a good game for Russell Wilson and Malik Neighbors. And Dom, before you begin on this, I'm just gonna mention the Malik Neighbors post game comment. Wasn't anything bad. It was
Yeah.
just shocking to hear. He said, "I was going to speak up when it was time for me to speak up. I was just trying to get guys going, trying to get everything going. I felt like we were lacking out there. The energy wasn't right, so I took it up on myself to try to boost people up." I mean, Dom, it's week 1.
Yeah.
The energy wasn't right. Who's not energetic when it's the start of a new season? I mean,
I'll
it
give you that.
breeds optimism. I don't know how the energy wasn't right for week 1.
I'll give you the answer. The entire offensive line. That's who had no energy
It's true.
or will or strength or nothing.
IQ.
IQ, nothing. They had like what's that meme with the monkey hitting the
Oh,
drums?
yes.
That's what they had. That's
Oh
what they
my
were
god.
thinking the entire game. But to start it off, 5 words. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Preseason means shit. It means absolutely nothing. I don't care about the vibes. I don't care about how people are friendly in the locker rooms, in the training facility. I
Oh,
don't
cool.
I don't care that the quarterback is taking the offensive line out to dinner. Look what happened. Look what happened. Russ got his shit rocked all game. But for like in all seriousness, to start it off, was it all Russell Wilson's fault? No. But was it a lot on him? I would say so. In the Brian Daboll era, but even before it, even before Brian Daboll even came here, this week 1 team, that game, it felt like every other team that the Giants have had in the last few years. It felt like the same game plan. Throw the ball mostly to your primary wide receiver and then throw it sometimes to your second wide receiver. I mean, technically, if you think about it, Wan'Dale Robinson, who got the ball sometimes, he's technically our third receiver. And Darius Slayton, who just signed a 3-year contract, had 1 target. He had 1 target in the game. What's the point? What is the point of signing him then? I don't know. I don't understand. Yeah, we couldn't block. You can't even throw him the ball more than once? It just feels like the past 3 years we've had no game plan. 0. And then once they come back in the second half, they don't switch up anything. They switch up absolutely nothing. You want to know why I know that there was no at least good game plan for this game? The Giants get into the red zone, 1st and goal on the 1. Chris, what would you do in that situation? If it was 1st and goal on the 1, you're the head coach calling the play, what would you do?
I mean, if you're at the 1, 1st and goal, I'm doing a
First
QB
down,
sneak.
1st and goal. What are you doing?
Yeah, and you're at the 1-yard line.
1 yard line.
Oh, I'm doing a QB sneak.
See, that's a good answer. Great answer. That could be an answer. Or you hand the ball off to your running back.
Mm-hmm.
What do they do on 1st and goal? They try to do a trick play for their rookie right tackle to catch a pass.
Oh, boy.
Really? Really?
You usually save that for like 3rd or 4th and goal.
Yeah. But no, not the Giants. And the Giants couldn't go in between the tackles. Trying to run inside the tackles, impossible. What do they do with that second play? Run right up the middle. Of course we didn't get it. Of course we didn't get it. And then on 3rd and goal, it was a really bad rub route from Tyrone Tracy. But that's another thing about this game plan. Tyrone Tracy, he's not known for running inside. He's known for bouncing off tacklers and the offensive tackles and all that, bouncing off, running to the outside. Why are you having this man just run straight through the middle almost every single play? Why? That's not what he's known for. If you want to do that, then you put Scatterbo in. Cam Scatterbo, by the way, he's electric. He is electric.
He was
Trucking
trucking
people,
guys, dude. Yes.
left to
Yes.
right. He
God.
trucked the whole. It seems like he trucked the whole team. The way that he was doing this yesterday, he looks great. I'm really excited for him. But the thing is, how much are they going to do with this offensive line? We cannot be this bad with Andrew Thomas out. What, one person, don't get me wrong, he's one of the best left tackles in the game, but that's how bad we are? When he's out, we just can't do anything? That's unheard of. And our now third-year center, John Michael Schmitz, looks terrible. I'm still so confused of what happened from his rookie year to now. I don't get it. What happened? He looked like a future first-team All-Pro in his rookie year. Now I feel like we should cut him or not play him. He looks so lost out there. And it's unreal. There was just so much bad play calls. And I know we don't really have the talent on the offensive line. But even like casual fans or like diehard fans can see like what to actually do with some of these players, and it seems like they're not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
The second half, the first drive, all right, you throw the ball, and then Malik Neighbors goes for a slant, catches the ball, first down. Why didn't you do that any of the first half? Right? And then Tyron Tracy runs to the outside, gets a first down, or close to it. Why didn't you do that the whole first half of the game? They did that for that drive, and then later on, they didn't do it. Then they're trying to throw deep. And Russell Wilson, what happened to all this deep pass accuracy? Because he don't have it. It's lost somewhere. He can't throw it. He's underthrowing players. He's overthrowing players. What happened? Oh, because people were too hype on preseason. That's why. Like I said about Russ, he was bad. It wasn't all of his fault though. But he had terrible numbers though. He threw under 50%, 17 of 37, threw for 168 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. He got sacked twice, but it felt like he got sacked 30 times if you actually watch this game. And with one of the sacks, he ran right into a sack. He literally ran right into a lineman, a defensive lineman.
That one, I was like, "Where's he going?"
Right?
Yeah,
he ran right to him, like it was his best friend from high school. Insane. I know that he doesn't have the legs like he used to, and he ran, and then he tried to truck a player, and then fumbles the ball in the red zone. We so like. This is so hard, like for me to analyze this game because we saw mostly only the bad of Russ. We didn't see any of the good, and we didn't have Andrew Thomas, which is crazy that just one player can just then we'll be better.
Yeah, we were saying before. I mean, Dom, picked up my brother from the airport this morning. One of the first things he said about the Giants game is that offensive line is nothing without Andrew Thomas.
Absolutely
Andrew
nothing.
Thomas isn't there. The Giants' offensive line is garbage.
It's nothing. And then Russ, he's lost. When he's under pressure, he looks absolutely useless. It looks like there's like a whole lot of panic and like he just can't handle it. There was a play in the red zone where he was looking right and Darius Slayton was wide open on the left side. He could have threw it to him for a touchdown.
Saw that too.
That was number one. And then there was another play where Theo Johnson was streaking downfield. The defender falls down wide open. Russell Wilson not even looking at him. Not even looking in his direction.
Theo Johnson had a terrible game, though, Dom. He dropped like 3 passes. I mean,
he did have a bad game. You're wide open? Like, come on.
I mean, Theo Johnson did not have a good game, dude. He was dropping it left and right.
Yeah, it's just unreal. Like, I'm trying so hard to talk like as less as I could, but literally I can talk about every single aspect of this game of how bad it was.
I'm sure.
Like with Russell Wilson, him being bad, the offensive line looking lost. Like it looks like we're probably going to be the worst in the league again. They weren't creating any clean pockets. And it looks like when they were giving up sacks, that there was no communication. No communication at all. One of the sacks, JMS, John Michael Schmitz, they switched. Him and the left guard. They switched. John Michael Schmitz went to go block the left defensive tackle. And then the other guy, I don't even know who was in at the time, he looked lost and didn't even go switch. And then right up the middle, right up the A gap, Russell Wilson got rocked
Yeah.
so bad.
I'm
Then,
looking Malik Neighbors, 5 receptions on 12 targets, 71 yards. Longest reception was 25 yards.
yeah, but you can't. Everyone's like, oh, he had a terrible game. You can't blame him.
No.
He's literally like trying to moss like 3 people. Like you're throwing it into triple coverage.
Yeah,
You're
throws it there.
underthrowing him. You're overthrowing him, or not even looking at him.
Yeah.
Like
That
there's no way this is his fault, and I agree with him. Like he deserves to be upset.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
he's another star receiver that we have, and we can't get anything done because of poor quarterback play and offensive line. And the last thing I'm going to say,
Mhm.
which I'm going to say I told you so, which I was saying all preseason, what up with that run defense? We gave up 220 yards of rushing. 220 yards worth of rushing. I thought we were supposed to be way better this year. I said we weren't because we don't have a backup for Dexter Lawrence. And not going to lie, Dexter Lawrence didn't even have that great of a game last
He
game.
did not.
He did
He
not.
did not.
Who had a great game, Brian Burns,
Mhm.
and Kayvon, and Abdul Carter. Like, they
Mhm.
all had good games, right? They were getting pressure on the ball. Brian Burns had 2 sacks. Kayvon and Abdul, I think they both had half a sack. So, like, those guys, they did their thing, like what we thought would happen. They can't do it all, though. It feels like every single deep pass that Jaden Daniels threw, someone was wide open in the middle. Somebody was wide open in the middle of the field, not even close. And the fact that that game was only, 21-6? The amount of times that either a Washington receiver dropped the ball or Jaden Daniels overthrew him when they're wide open, the game should have been 42-6.
Mhm. I agree. Yeah.
Even Tom Brady and was it Kurt Herbstreit?
I
Is that
believe
who it is?
so.
Kurt Herbstreit? They're like, this is such a terrible game, but somehow it's only a 1 possession game. Like
Yeah,
even the commentators are like, I can't believe how bad of a game this is.
yeah, I'm trying to think who it was. I have to go back and look. Maybe it was Kirk Herbstreit. I'm not sure. It may not have been him. It may have been somebody else. I don't remember now. But yeah, regardless, they didn't have good things really to say much. Dom, it wasn't a pretty game. But listen, the Jets and Giants both have one thing similar for issues right now. They don't have another wide receiver. They
Nope.
don't have a wide receiver too. The Jets don't have it. Giants don't have it. It's a similar problem for both New York football teams. But I'm gonna now let's try to keep this on the rapid fire end of it. What are the positives and negative takeaways from yesterday's game? So positives and negatives from the game against the Commanders.
Positive, even though we didn't really have enough, we only had like 70 rushing yards or something like that. But it seems like that the Washington, they revamped their whole D line
Mm-hmm.
and they look great. I think I think there was a stat that the 3 new players that they got, they weigh a ton. 3 of them. They weigh over a ton. And literally they couldn't be stopped. They could not be stopped. It was just bad game planning. I feel like if we ran the ball more on the outside, we would have had way more yards. I was impressed. I was so impressed with Cam Scatterbull. Tyrone Tracy, he's gonna be fine. So the
Mm-hmm.
running game, I'm really not worried about. That's one positive. A second positive is Drew Phillips. Drew Phillips looks good, man. He looks good. He almost had a pick in the first quarter. Um, he had multiple pass breakups. He's locking up players. When I forgot what quarter it was. I think it was quarter 3. They tried to throw a screen on like a 3rd and short. He ran right to the receiver, was not tricked at all, leveled him. Even Brian Daboll said he could possibly be one of the best nickel corners in the league.
Mm-hmm.
He is very good. For a 2nd-year player, I'm very impressed with him. That's number 2. Number 3, I mean, Abdul Carter. I mean, come on. I mean, he blocked the punt. He's pressuring the quarterback. He's literally everywhere. They even lined him up next to Dexter Lawrence someplace, which is insane. Me personally, I feel like they're gonna try and use him as like a Micah Parsons type piece, like early Dallas days. But I really think he should just be rushing the passer. Honestly, I think he should be mostly rushing. But
Okay.
that's another discussion for another day. So those are 3 things that are good. I can say 1,000 bad things. The O-line, still terrible. Will probably be one of the worst in the league. Russell Wilson, he looks lost. Looks completely lost. Like, he looks like he can't even throw a deep ball anymore. And for number 3, I just said a game plan. Game planning. There was none. There was no game plan. There was no improvements. Last year, Brian Daboll took over play calling from Mike Kafka, and that was one of the worst seasons ever. And then Kafka comes back this year calling plays, still looks god awful. So we're in for a long season.
Oh
But
boy. Oh boy.
boys, we're in for a long freaking season.
Oh
And
boy.
mind you, we have the hardest schedule in the league.
Uh-huh.
And I
Yeah.
got to go watch this monstrosity week 3 against the Chiefs because I'm going to that game.
Good luck to you. Good
Oh,
luck.
I'm gonna
Praise
actually
the Lord for you. May want to bring a Bible, maybe, for that game.
might bring 3 bottles of tequila
Yeah.
so I don't have to remember.
Couple bottles of tequila, maybe a Bible, start praying at the pregame. Whatever you do.
We'll throw the Bible on the field.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Well, that's the Giants. The Jets also lost to the Steelers. I mean, I predicted they win, but listen, whatever they win, but I didn't think they were going to score 30 plus points. I mean, that's something new. Dom, here's a stat for you, and it's good and bad. Jets offense did not punt the ball in the first half at all yesterday. That's the first time since 1991 that happened. That is
Wow.
wild to me. And frankly, is a bad and good stat. Good because it shows they're going in the right direction this season. It's bad because it shows how bad the organization has been for a hefty percentage of those 34 years.
Oh, yeah.
It's quite insane.
That's nuts.
Insane. So just wanted to start off with that. The offense looked pretty damn good. Tanner Engstrand, yeah, maybe he should have had Justin Fields throw it a little bit more, but still, he had him, throw it, had some pretty good plays. And Justin Fields had a pretty good game. No interceptions, 16 of 22 passing, 218 yards, 3 total TDs, 1 throwing to Garrett Wilson. It was a great throw. It was a 33-yard touchdown throw, 2 rushing touchdowns. As I already said, no interceptions. He only got sacked once for a loss of 6 yards. Offensive line was pretty good. TJ Watt was well contained. He got free a few times. Armand Membu, though, I think he played great. I think he really stood up his ground. I think the left tackle and right tackle positions are going to be good for years to come. They look pretty solid. It's a great sight to see. I'm going to get into the positives and negatives in a bit here. QB rating was a 79.5 for Justin Fields. Passer rating was a 119.1. Pretty damn good. Breece Hall, frankly, shut my ass up. 19 carries, 107 yards, no TDs, but he had some good cuts, a long run of 15 yards. Breece is looking healthy, and he frankly looked like the 2022 Breece before he had his ACL injury. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the Breece Hall I remember when I was in grad school, when he first came with the Jets and got drafted. That's the Breece Hall that I know, and that was the reason why I bought his jersey back when I did to go into the 2023 season. He looked fantastic. I don't know if you saw any of his runs, Dom, but he looked pretty good.
I was watching both games at the same time.
So was I. I was fortunate enough that Marco had both TVs up. So when the Jets were a commercial, I was watching the Giants. They also flipped back to Red Zone. So I was trying to watch as much as I could. Braylon Allen had an 8-yard TD run. That was really it. I know I posted a reel regarding our Sunday predictions, and a lot of it came true, aside from the final scores. Dom said Brian Burns would get a sack. Dexter Lawrence didn't have the best game. He didn't get a sack, but still was correct on at least one of them. I said that Braylon Allen was going to score. Justin Fields was going to score. They both did. I also said Quinnen Williams and Will McDonald were going to get sacks. They also did. So everything was right besides the final score. But Garrett Wilson, 7 receptions on 9 targets, 95 yards, 1 TD for 33 yards. The unfortunate thing is Aaron Rodgers came to play, which I think a lot of people expected, returning back. And honestly, he sounded like a real prima donna up at the podium, Dom, for the post game, talking about how, oh, it was great to beat everyone associated with the Jets. And there were some people who, said I couldn't play anymore, but obviously I can. I know you're taking a shot at Aaron Glenn, buddy. I'm not
Yeah,
stupid.
of course.
I know who you're trying to, size up, but do me a favor. You're 41, not 21. Grow up a little bit. Okay. Stop being a little fucking prima donna at the podium all the damn time. Maybe, go take some ayahuasca like you usually do and go do whatever the heck you want to do. But he won the game. I'm sure he's thrilled about it. Probably slept great after the game. He did get sacked 4 times for 26 yards. QB rating was only a 62.7. Passer rating, though, was great, 136.7. I mean, listen, I'm not going to deny it. He came to play. I personally never really saw that kind of Aaron Rodgers last year, which really kind of annoys me. Of course, it's typical Jets thing where people leave and they go play better somewhere else. I've seen it too many times. So that was Aaron Rodgers for that. I'm not going to get too much into it. There's no need. I don't want to make it a Aaron Rodgers segment here. The positives for the Jets was Justin Fields, Garrett Wilson's routes. He was getting open on Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey was being such an SOB, a pain in the ass, whatever you want to call it. He was flailing when John Simpson hit him, and he just flailed like an idiot. But that's to be expected. Jalen Ramsey's very outspoken. He's very much an arrogant football player.
Yeah.
I mean, what were you gonna say? You were gonna say something.
Well, honestly, if I were you guys, I'd be definitely be proud of this performance.
Yeah.
They are a good defense.
Mhm.
They're a great defense. You guys held your own on offense the entire time. I mean, the defense wasn't as great, but you guys did make some good plays on defense.
Mhm.
Uh, I mean, I feel like they're trying to do like a Baltimore type of offense, like I said a few weeks ago, but just mostly running the ball and then just trying to get your main receiver open, which they did, obviously.
Mhm.
Um, I'm I'd be like happy to look forward to the season for you guys.
No,
For the
no, no,
Giants,
no.
not at all. Giants,
No,
not at all. But
no. Now the
with the
Giants.
Jets, you guys got something to look forward to at least.
The Giants are a serious, serious issue. No, the Jets. No, listen, dude. I didn't come away with it. I was a little salty that Aaron Rodgers got the win and he was being a little prima donna at the podium. But other than that, I mean, dude, I was fine. I was satisfied with how they performed. But to continue with the positives, Brees Hall for sure, looking like 2022 Brees Hall. The defensive line, as we expected though, Will McDonald, Quinn Williams, JJ getting to the QB, all three of those guys. The two acquisitions for the interior line, Harrison Phillips and Jawan Briggs, they helped stop the run, so they did great with that. Ahmad Gardner locking down DK Metcalf for only 1 catch for 11 yards, which was a complete fluke of a catch. It deflected off players and landed in his lap. It was pretty crazy. But Dom, he did travel with him. I was happy that I was wrong on that. He did
Yep.
travel with him, so that's good. So Aaron Glenn, pretty sure Aaron Glenn, when he was a cornerback for the Jets back in the 90s, he traveled with players. So he honestly probably wanted to bring it back to his roots and do that. So those were all the positives, Dom. The issue was special teams, which I'm going to add a little bit to it towards the end. Brandon Stevens looked terrible and should have caught that ball on Aaron Rodgers. These cornerbacks got to catch. I mean, people said it in preseason. I think JJ Watt said it. A lot of people said it in preseason. If the Jets want to win games that they shouldn't, they have to get takeaways. You got to catch the ball. And Brandon Stevens' contract right now looks terrible. 3 years, $36 million. I mean, Ravens fans were probably laughing when they saw that contract handed out. And they're probably telling Jets fans, we told you so. This is what we were seeing last year with this guy. It's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse. So not a good game for him. So CB2,
No.
cornerback 2 is something that they're going to have to look into and maybe have other guys get some reps. Wide receiver 2, the Jets need to make a trade sooner than later. I mean, they either have to make a trade or have Arian Smith get a lot more reps because I honestly don't know who the wide receiver 2 is. Garrett Wilson got his reps. He got his yards, but a tight end is not going to get you a deep ball. So a
No.
tight end would be, you could do maybe try to do something related to a Travis Kelsey, Kansas City Chiefs situation, but that's going to take some time and that's pretty hard. Mason Taylor will get more reps, I believe, as the season continues, but they need a wide receiver too. If it's not going to be internally, it's got to come externally and they got to make a trade because I can't keep watching Garrett Wilson be the only one get open and then either have Garrett Wilson be force feed him the ball or see Justin Fields run. You got to get another wide receiver. I said this at the beginning, Dom. The safety position is just god awful. I mean, Tony Adams looked terrible. The safety position is a real problem. Here's the thing. As a safety, I saw Tony Adams just get completely juked, and I think I could have juked him out. I mean, there was one play where the wide receiver just got completely up the field. I don't remember if it was DK Metcalf. I believe it wasn't. I think it was somebody else. But as a safety, if you can't tackle, that's like a Formula One racer not being able to drive. I remember I heard last night Joe Caporoso for the Badlands podcast with Connor Rogers. He said it's basically a chef who can't cook. I mean, they're 100% right.
Yeah,
If you
100%.
can't tackle as a safety, you're not a safety in the NFL.
No.
You're just not. So Tony Adams had a god awful game, and that was just really hard to see. And they're going to have to figure out that safety position. I think Malachi Moore needs to start getting some reps because there was one play with Tony Adams where the Steelers wide receiver made one little move to the right, and he was completely juked, and he was lost, and he was gone. So that's a problem. And of course, getting into the 2-point conversion. I don't know why he called that at the beginning. He said it post game that he's going to do that almost every time if he gets given an opportunity to move up to the 1 yard line. He said, I'm going to do it. And that's it. And I'm going to stick to that. So I guess if the defense on the extra point commits a penalty, I expect Eric Glenn to take the penalty and try for the 1 yard 2-point conversion. But I don't think you should have done anything. You should have taken the point. And when you do it the first time and you miss, and you're trying to get back into the game or pad your lead or try to win, you're going to have to probably do the 2-point conversion again. It's a domino effect. So that was pretty dumb on Aaron Glenn's part. And he also wasted a timeout on the 2-point conversion as well, which just can't happen. I mean, that just looks so stupid to me. Should have taken the 5-yard penalty and give your team a chance to create a real throwing play. That's what he should have done. And last thing I'll say, Dom, that was negatively, Xavier Gibson can't be on this team anymore.
No.
I mean, he's terrible.
He
He had
looks
a key fumble that totally changed the trajectory of the Jets' win. And honestly, Garen Glenn had a post-game comment. He said, "You will not be on the field with this team if you cause us to lose games." Well, what that translates to me is it looks like Xavier Gibson's not going to be returning kicks or punts next week against the Bills. So if that's the case, put Isaiah Davis out there. He can cut. He can run. I think he's got good speed. Have somebody else. If it's not going to be Isaiah Davis, I don't know. Find somebody else. It can't be Xavier Gibson. He should have been cut, and Brandon Smith should have made the team. I don't know why Brandon Smith got cut. I just don't get it. So that was pretty dumb. Just watching Gibson, try to recover the ball after he fumbled it. It just can't happen. And he shouldn't have been on this team. And a lot of Jet fans agree that he shouldn't have made the roster. It was sickening to see that fumble. But that's basically the end of the negative side of the game. Yes, there were positives. Justin Fields played better than we expected. He had a good offensive game, no turnovers, and had a solid passer rating of 119.1. But listen, it's the first week. It's encouraging to see this is a totally different play calling, totally different offense that we're seeing with Tanner Eggstrand and Aaron Glenn. If he's serious about what he says, Xavier Gibson won't be touching the ball for kick or punt returns next week.
He shouldn't.
No, he should
Especially
not
against Bills.
be. Yeah. Well, he may because of week 1, 2023. That's the only reason why he's on this team, I guess. But I don't know. Maybe he will be getting some returns. Maybe Aaron Glenn thinks he can cook up a possible touchdown return. I have no idea.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Exactly.